Hi, my name's Darren and I'm a developer on the products team. Today we're going to take a look at conditional expressions in Geocortex Reporting and how you can use them to modify your data and enhance the appearance of your reports. Let's take a look. So I have a fairly simple report here. I have a data source configured, which is a map service that has US Census data about states and counties within those states. And I'm choosing to just display county information, both the FIPS number and the population and median age. So for starters, I'll just go ahead and run this and we can see what it looks like before we start modifying our report using conditional expressions. So there we go. This is information for the state of California, counties with the associated data for each county. So we're here to talk about conditional expressions, but first I'll just review quickly what an expression is. An expression is a string or a recipe that gets parsed and processed into a value that can be displayed in the report. Expressions consist of field names, constant values like numbers, strings, booleans. They can also contain operators and functions. So conditional expressions involve one of these functions that I just mentioned. Conditional expressions in particular make use of the if function. So that can be used in a number of different ways. For my first example, I'm going to demonstrate how the if function can be used to modify the data we're displaying for our population. So I'm going to go ahead and select the text box that's displaying my population value. And then I'm going to click on that little F in the corner here. Look at my text expression. So right now, this is a very simple expression. We're just showing the population 2007 field. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to expand my functions down here. Go to logical functions and just double click on this if. And so the if function consists of three parts. The first part is a Boolean expression, something that evaluates to true or false. The second value is going to be what we want to display if that condition evaluates to true. And then the third item in the function is what we want to display if a condition evaluates to false. So for this, I'm going to use our population 2007 field again. I'm going to say if our population 2007 was less than 10,000, the text that I want to display is low. And then if that population happens to be above 10,000, we're just going to display high. So I'm going to click OK there, save my report, and then run it again. And we'll see that my population column now displays these high and low values as compared to the actual numbers from before. One very useful feature, I'm going to go back into my expression editor here, is I'm not restricted to just these two values. I can actually chain operators together. So right now, this expression says, if my population is less than 10,000, let's show a value of low. Or if it's over, let's display a value of high. But what if we want an intermediate value? So what I can add at this point is I can add another check on my population and say if my population is less than, say, 50,000, let's display a value of medium. Otherwise, we're going to display high. So I'll go OK, save that, run the report again. And now we have low, medium, and high values. And you're not limited to just those three options. You can chain as many of these conditions together as you need to achieve your goal. In addition to modifying your data, you can also modify the appearance of your report using conditional expressions. So for starters, I'm going to select this medium age field, and then I'm going to select the expressions tab over here. And we have a whole bunch of options available to us. We can set expressions for any of these properties and thereby modify the appearance of our report. So for starters, I'm going to say, let's change the color of the text we display based on a condition. So I'm going to change my foreground color, go down to my logical operators and add another if condition. And if you're not sure what all of the fields are that are available to you, you can go to the fields option here, and I can see, okay, I want to work with my median age field. So I'm going to say if my median age is greater than 40, let's change the color of our text or our foreground color to green. Otherwise, let's leave that color as black. I'll say okay here, save my report. Run it one more time. Should be done in a moment here. There we go. So we can see that I've changed the color, the foreground color, or the color of our text to be green if the median age is over 40 years old. And so I've set that one expression for the appearance of my text. And I'm not restricted to just, modifying one property. I can come in here, let's change something with the font. Let's go ahead and create an expression that will make our font bold if it evaluates to true. Otherwise, we'll leave the font as is, or maybe we'll make it, we'll make it bold. So we'll add that if operator in there. Again, I'm working with my median age. And so what I want to do this time, I'm going to say if my median age is less than 40, I want bold to be true. Otherwise, I want bold to be false. And you'll notice that as I'm typing here, sometimes you'll see a little red X over on the side here. That's just indicating that there's a problem or an issue with the expression that you're currently typing. So right now, this expression's incomplete, but once I finish typing false, that validation warning goes away. So click OK here, save my report. Run it. And so for this report, we should see any ages below 40 is bold text and ages above 40 in green. So this has just been a small sample of, or a small introduction into conditional expressions. I hope it's been helpful. And I'd encourage you to go into the designer, go to the expressions tab and just look and see what options are available to you and see what kind of creative ways you can come up with to modify your data. Thank you for your time.